Hey, welcome to the Garn Report, one-on-one edition with Oshae Brissett. Been thrilled to see you joining the team this year. Obviously, I was very excited about the signing, going back to our Q's days, and we'll get into that a little bit. But first, I know you've had the camera. I know you've had the YouTube channel rolling so far, BrissyTV. You've done it before during your Indiana days, but taking it to the next level, it seems like this year. What are you trying to show the people in terms of, your personality, your life?
Exactly, just that, man. My personality. I feel like a lot of people and fans out there, they just see us on court. They don't really know us as people. So a little bit of that, and it's really fun for me. I like doing it. I like learning. I like editing, and really just trying to figure out how to use those real DSLR cameras, and trying to get into it with Sony, and just trying to deep dive into trying to perfect my craft.
How have you kind of taught yourself? YouTube, like going to stores?
Yeah, a whole bunch of YouTube. Every city I go to, I try to find a camera store and go talk to, a clerk or something. There's a whole bunch of creators on TikTok and Instagram that I've DM'd and talked to them, and just trying to reach out and try to find different things, different ways to learn. So it's really just, self-taught. But yeah, YouTube a whole bunch of YouTube.
So I want to bring it back to your early days. I didn't want to embarrass you right out of the gate, but bringing back some memories. Early on in your life, I guess around the middle school at the time, you weren't sure if you wanted to get into sports. You told your mom you wanted to play the trombone, so she bought you the trombone, and she said she put you in the bathroom so you weren't bothering anybody playing that. How much does it just amaze you, the career you've had, given that you weren't certain early on if sports was for you?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Even growing up, I was always naturally good at basketball, but it wasn't really a passion until I kind of got to high school, like my second year of high school, and seeing my teammates get offers and be on ESPN and all this other stuff really made me want that for myself, and then I just started to love the game a lot more. But yeah, when I was younger, man, I was really into video games and Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. And during those times when I wanted to do all that, that's when we had practice, so I didn't really like it. I didn't want to go to practice. I just wanted to, be a kid and just do other stuff. But I was always naturally gifted. So to be here now with an organization like this, it's crazy. It's amazing.
The CLNS Media Network is powered by Fanduel. Sign up at fanduel.com/Boston and get in on the action with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. When you place a $5 bet, that's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose.
So my second one, you go to Vegas, prep school. Rodney Haddix was, a coach you spent a lot of time with out there.
Yep.
When he was teaching you a drive out there, he said he was fearing for his life. He's like, all right, I'm glad I'm still alive after those sessions. I see you driving around Boston now. Has it improved?
Oh yeah, no, I'm a good driver. I feel like I'm a top driver. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road. I do my thing. But yeah, no, me and Rodney had some funny times back then. I remember he taught me how to make pancakes. That's something I'll never forget. Taught me how to make pancakes in the morning.
You didn't know how to make pancakes?
No, I didn't know how to make anything. So I always used to go grocery shopping with Rodney, and he would always come back and teach me how to make stuff. So yeah, no, Rodney was like big bro back then. We were there by ourselves at the house, so he was always looking out for us.
So let's get into the Syracuse memories. Obviously playing for Jim Boeheim there, going to the Sweet 16. I know last year you told me you were thinking back to that run, the great game with Duke. What are some of your memories from those days at Syracuse and just the strides you made there on the court?
Definitely that, man. That tournament run, it's none other. Everyone knows, a lot of guys here, they've been deep in the tournament, so they could tell you it's a great feeling. The whole country's watching you, and you're playing top level basketball, and you're that close. You're that close to making a name for yourself. It just takes one game, really, tournament to turn some heads. And I feel like that's what I did. That whole tournament, my first year, I was really dialed in, really locked in, and I played a great game. So yeah, I feel like the tournament would be top memories for me. But there's a whole bunch. Winning at Duke, setting the record for most college attendance when we played Duke at the Dome. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
And I'm sure you lived on South. Like, what was it like living there at that time? I know. Who was your roommate back then?
So my first year was Howard Washington. Second year was Elijah Hughes and Kai Feldman. Kai was a walk-on, but he was really trying to get into training and stuff. So he would, me and him and Elijah would go to the gym late at night, work out. But yeah, no, those guys I still talk to. I still talk to Elijah, Kai, and Braden almost every day.
And what street did you live on South? Second year. Can you remember?
No, I think it starts with a C. Was there something called Cutler?
Not off the top of my head. I remember asking Mello what street he lived on, and he couldn't remember either from 03.
I don't know why Cutler's coming to my mind, but I don't know.
We had Winding Ridge, Lambeth, Slocum.
No, it wasn't Slocum. I know that. Winding Ridge sounds familiar.
All right, so let's get into the NBA. Obviously, you started in Toronto, ended up breaking in the league with Indiana. I remember talking to Tom Hankins, and he said you just kind of became the leader on that G League group, the vocal guy, kind of rallied everybody together. Was that a year where you just remember finding your voice and finding your game? And, just what was the biggest challenge in terms of breaking into the NBA during that time? It was COVID and everything else going on.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely a time where I kind of figured out who I was. Once you get cut from the NBA and you're out of the NBA for a while, it kind of gives you some time to think. And that's exactly what happened. I went into the bubble, and I knew that whether I come out of this with, some teams wanted to call or not call, I know I'm going to give it my all. And that's exactly what I did. No matter what it was, every game I went in there and just tried to focus on being Oshae Brissett. And that's exactly what I did. I feel like I did a great job of playing there. And, like Tom was saying, finding my voice, being that guy that the guys could rely on, late game, throughout the whole game. Definitely helped me going into my first season there with the Pacers.
And one of the things you said, just the authenticity of the Celtics appealed to you, them being pretty open about what your role will be, what you're coming here to do. What were those conversations like, and what ultimately made you feel like this is the place for you to continue your career?
It's a winning program for sure. I think that that part of it, holds heavy over every other team, because once a winning team wants you, they're looking for guys that can take them over that hump. We already have stars here. That's not a problem. We have scorers. We have, year 17. We got Porzingis coming in. We got Drews. Also, we got guys. You know what I'm saying? So we're just looking for other guys that can come in, play the role, and be happy about it. And that's who I am right now. I know me personally. I know I'm confident in myself that I can do a lot more. But this is a winning team, and we need players who want to win. And, I'm trying to just come in here and do exactly that.
And practice so far, last one I got for you. Who are you kind of working with, building some chemistry with so far? I've heard you guys have played around with a little zone, too, which suits you well from your Syracuse days. What have you kind of been working through with your teammates?
I feel like right now we're really just focused on the mindset of everything, man. These guys, they look at basketball and the season very different than what I knew growing my first couple years in the league. To them, it's like, all right, we're playing the long game. We're looking to play until June, so it's more mental than anything. And how can we stick together as a team through all those ups and downs? So with that, I feel like it's great right now because everyone has that mindset. Everyone that's come in is really dialed into that, because we know that when we're here, we're trying to play until June. So all the schemes and stuff, that's going to come with the season. Matchups and everything's going to be different every game. But right now, mentality is probably the biggest thing we're focusing on.
And where can the people find you on YouTube?
BrissyTV on YouTube, Brissy on TikTok, 2 Ys, and on the gram, Brissy Files. Check me out.
All right, go give him a follow. We're excited to follow his journey here with the Celtics. It's Oshae Brissett here on the Garden Report. Good luck this year.
Sure. Thank you, boss. Appreciate you, man.
With the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Head to factormeals.com/newsfeed50 and use code newsfeed50 to get 50% off. That's code newsfeed50 at factormeals.com/newsfeed50 to get 50% off. Ever wish you could navigate the betting field with the confidence of a pro? Enter Odds Are. They're not a sports book, but they're the sports betting advisor you always needed. It's like having a playbook for smarter bets right in your pocket. I've been absolutely loving the experience, and I think you will too, especially since Celtics All Access listeners get a 30-day free trial. Elevate your game day and join the smart betting revolution. Go get it at oddsr.com/Celtics. That's oddsr.com/Celtics.